Imagine for a moment that you're standing at the edge of a beautiful forest. On the other side of that forest lies everything you've ever wanted: success, happiness, fulfillment. But there's no clear path, just trees, obstacles, and uncertainty. What do you do? Do you wait, hoping someone will clear the way for you? Or do you take that first step, trusting yourself to figure it out as you go? Today, I want to talk about that first step, the courage to take action. Because that's what separates people who dream from people who achieve. Action is the key to transforming your life. How often do we wait for the perfect moment to act? We tell ourselves, I'll start when I feel ready, or I'll take the leap when the timing is right. But here's the truth. The perfect moment doesn't exist. Life doesn't wait for you to feel 100% confident. It rewards those who act in spite of fear, in spite of doubt, and in spite of uncertainty. If you keep waiting, a week becomes a month becomes a year, and before you know it, you're still standing at the edge of that forest, dreaming but never moving. So why is action so important? Because action creates clarity. When you start, even if it's messy or imperfect, you learn, you grow, you discover what works and what doesn't. Every step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goal. Think about riding a bicycle. When you're standing still, it's hard to balance. But the moment you start pedaling, you find your rhythm. Life works the same way. Movement creates momentum. I know what's holding you back. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of what others might think. But let me tell you something. Fear is a liar. It magnifies the worst-case scenario and blinds you to your true potential. What's the antidote to fear? Action. Every time you take a step forward, fear loses its power. You realize that failure isn't the end. It's a lesson, a stepping stone to success. Let me share a story with you. Have you heard of Sarah Blakely? She's the founder of Spanx, a billion-dollar brand. But before her success, she was selling fax machines door to door. She had no business degree, no connections, and no funding. What she had was an idea and the willingness to take action. She made cold calls, faced rejection, and figured things out as she went. Today, she's one of the most successful entrepreneurs in the world. Why? Because she didn't wait for permission or perfection. She started. Now think about your own life. What's the one thing you've been putting off? Maybe it's starting that business, going back to school, writing that book, or having that difficult conversation. Whatever it is, ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen if I take action? And what's the best that could happen if I succeed? The risk of staying stuck is far greater than the risk of trying. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Big changes start with small steps. Want to get healthier? Start by drinking more water or taking a 10-minute walk. Want to build a business? Spend 30 minutes researching your idea each day. Want to improve your relationships? Begin with one genuine conversation. The key is to do something, anything that moves you forward. Action doesn't have to be grand. It just has to be consistent. Taking action requires a mindset shift. You have to believe in your ability to figure things out. You don't need all the answers right now. What you need is faith in yourself. Every expert was once a beginner. Every master started as an amateur. The difference is they started. And that's what I want you to do today. Start. Before we wrap up, let's talk about the cost of inaction. Think about where you are today. Now imagine staying exactly the same for the next year. How does that feel? Now imagine taking action, however small, and building on it over time. A year from now, you could be in a completely different place. The choice is yours. Here's a simple framework to start taking action. Identify one goal, write it down, make it specific. Break it down, divide it into small, actionable steps. Take the first step today. Commit to doing one thing right now to move forward. Track your progress, celebrate small wins. They'll motivate you to keep going. Learn and adjust. Don't fear mistakes. Use them as a guide. Let me leave you with this thought. Life rewards action. Your dreams are waiting. The world is waiting. But you have to make the move. All you need is the courage to take the first step. So don't wait for tomorrow, next week, or someday. Start today, take action, and watch your life transform. Thank you for listening. If this inspired you, like, share, and subscribe for more motivational content. Let's create the future we deserve, starting now.